why you see I paused and I was trying to get it right. I'm very, very sorry for that little stopping. So this is what going on in Liberia, and let us not think because the opposition has the right to campaign. Campaign have not started. They only visit in the counties. But who are campaigning publicly? It's CDC. So CDC exposing it, so everybody going to follow CDC because CDC is in charge. We can't sit back and allow CDC alone to campaign and say we should be the good guys. We can't do that. We can't do that. So you got you CDC is member of their coalition. They got four of three political parties, and they also got CPP, four political parties. So we will see come December 8th. But they only advise that please do not tamper with the elections, Mr. President. Do not tamper with the election. I think it will be good for Liberians. Do not tamper with the election. Please. Please. Okay, I'm going to take a little break, but I'm not taking a break to leave the stage. But I'm just going to invite you guys. Sometimes I notice that I will see a little number watching, but then when I look on my other screen, I see other people watching. Okay, Boss County will be having a program on Saturday in the Northeast. You are welcome. And I want to say happy birthday to Henry Costa. Happy pre-birthday to Henry Costa. His birthday is August 6th. He'll be celebrating his 38th birthday. He's getting there. He's getting old. Don't mind him. 38 years old. By the time you bop your eyes, you'll be 48. We add 5 more years to it. You'll be 48. When you add another 5 years, you'll be 58. That's how times go by. And it's up to you to look young within the head, within the mind. So age is just a number. Trust me. When you're not in a particular age, you think, you're wondering what will happen. How 60-year-old man feel? How 70 years old man feel? When you get there, you will know. When you get there, when you want to know, can I get temple 10 or rat? That time you will understand it. But it's up to you to keep healthy. And please share this video and let us. Oh, only to the network. Okay. That's the only problem. Okay, let us listen to Jones Dopu. Jones Dopu, cassava leaf. I have no copyright to this song. Cassava leaf is not for goat alone. Yep, it's not for goat alone. Goat can eat it, human being can eat it. So let's switch over to him.
our live. Now for go along. You take it from Peter today, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, mama. Sweet, sweet, living is sweet, oh, where the rich or poor. Why not pray for a long fellow? He can pray for a long life. As long as they live, you know, the better we grow.
Cassava leaf, not for good alone.
Fine, power is fine, oh. It can make you heavy. It's just like a brook, you know.
Yeah, listen to that music. Listen to that music.
Sweet, sweet, kiss our liver. Not for go along. You must be can eat it. Or a preacher can eat it. Kiss our liver. Kiss our liver. Oh, sweet, kiss our liver. Not for go along. You take it from Peter today. Oh, Paul will take it.
Power fine, but it can make you heavy.
Mama. You take it from me right today. Oh,
and this one is going all there to all my beautiful friends. Happy birthday, Heron Costa. Happy pre-birthday celebration. We start now until the 8th of what? August?
People do to you.
And to all my Boss County friends, get ready for Saturday, the rebranding of Boss County Old Timers Sports Association. I want to say thanks to all the members.
After is a lesson, yeah, brother.
You take it from Mary today, John will take it from you tomorrow.
Sweet, sweet kiss our liver. Not for go alone, mama. Human being can eat it, oh. The deer can eat it. Kiss our liver. Our liver, not for go alone. Human beings can eat it, or a creature eat it too. Sweet, sweet, living is sweet, oh, where the rich or poor.
Goat can eat it, human being can eat it.
Long fellow, he can pray for long life. As long as they living, the better we grow.
And cassava is sweet, oh.
From me right today,
when you know how to cook it.
From you tomorrow, mama. Hey, you take it from Peter today, oh, Paul will take it from you tomorrow. Fine, power is fine, oh. It can make you heavy. Looking like a crookie, no, a way to capsize.
Yep, I have no copyright to the song. Yeah, this is Keshen, aka The General. I'm just trying to do my thing. I'm trying to express myself. It is my right, and it is your right too to support whoever you want to support. I'm supporting the CPP, and you supporting another party, but we are all Liberians. It's all about Liberians. It's matter how we get there. It is time we hold our leaders accountable.
It's a matter of time.
It is time we put our people first.
After is a lesson, yeah, brother, this ahead. I'm about the way. Never where my way gone. Beautiful, yeah, whoa. I'm about the way. Papa, yeah.
Okay, thank you. I have to cut that song off and let us just go back because I'll be leaving anytime from now. And let her go back. What happened? You waving to them? Okay, go inside now. Let TV business, okay? You say, but just tell them bye. Hello.
Hey, turn me a black.
Yeah?
I don't wanna blame.
Okay, go inside now. Go inside. Okay, that was my son, and that's the one I really want to be like me.
Wait a minute.
Okay, guys, thank you. You can give me a hard time. I said, go get water for me. And he, okay, guys, and hi, man. Hi. I'm okay. Okay, and we are back. As I said, I want to repeat myself again. I say the real seditians are now second class members. You know, it's sad. Everybody just going to CDC getting positions. You think there's no other seditions in that place to contest? People leaving the political parties and switching over to parties because they want to run. Somebody say, "Oh, what about?" Yes, if you're part of a coalition, it's different. And you know, I I enjoyed the interview with Bezonga, and when he said he wanted ministers and other assistant ministers positions that he can make decisions on. They all knew that they switched over to CDC. But you see, one of the questions they never asked, why Ellen Johnson supported George Weah instead of Ambassador Boakai. Eh? You were the same one, you supported this man for 2 terms and you did everything. But anyway, it's Grand Bassa County, they will decide on who. But we asking people, when we call it on people who believe in the CPP, to vote for all CDC or CPP candidates. But I just feel sorry for CDC. CDC got nothing to run on. CDC has nothing to run on. Let us face the fact. They cannot run on any issues. How can you run on somebody's personal business? You build schools, you build a school for yourself. I can send my kids there because I don't have money. So what the difference? And now a public school in the area, it's not a public school. My mother lived in District 5. I see nothing that you do in District 5. At least Darius Dillon, just imagine what Darius Dillon doing now. If Darius Dillon becomes the senator for the next 9 years, he will do more. He will do more. That is what, and Besongara was right. You need 16 senators to make the difference. So that is why CPP fighting to do everything to get 16 senators. To get senators that will make this president to do the right thing. At least he will get people to work with. And the House will not just throw anything and the Senate allow it to pass. Anything that is good for the Liberian people, whether it comes from George Weah, they will accept it. We're not criticizing George Weah. How George Weah will come up and say, listen, everybody that makes $100 right now at least should be able to make $200. And we're going to cut pay from the top. Do you think Liberians will say no? No. Do you think Liberians will say, listen, we want to build schools, we want to do this, and the gasoline money that we cutting will be only with the taxes that we putting in there will be for roads, or it will be for these schools, or we're going to encourage businesses to come into the country and give them tax break. If they enter Nima County, they should build schools, they should do this. No, but it should be in the interest of Liberia. That's all we are saying. So whether it can be opposition or whatsoever, forget about the past. The past is the past. You cannot dwell on the past. The past only gave you ideas to make it right. That is what history is all about. You cannot worry about the past to pick one of the bad things and you do it in the future. No. When you look at the past and think where you're coming from, why you think a poor kid from the slum always fight to get rich? When he think about his past, he fight hard to make his future better. But you cannot think about the past and want to do it to another person. It make no sense, Mr. President. Everybody said the whole world so Joshua is from the slum. Joshua, no, Joshua was born in Mama Point. Joshua biographic is not set, is not accurate. According to himself, he was born in Mama Point because that's where Mr. Weah was living. Mr. Weah died. Joshua, the old man was named Brown or whosoever, was not Joshua's biological mother. From the day Joshua started playing football, his life changed around. When he entered IE, his life changed around. He played for Lone Star, his life changed. You understand? So we expect him to do the same for people, not for people to go through all these things. Okay, let's play the devil advocates. Let's forget about all the Liberians. Let's look at seditions. Let's look at seditions. Can you tell me that CDC don't have no qualified person to do some jobs, to do to have certain positions? You think they don't have it? But there's a big division within CDC. Eh? They are going around apologizing to you guys again. The only thing you are good for sedition is to go and say muya muya and vote and go back home. And Georgia will bring other people to do the job for you. You don't have access to President Weah anymore. You can never play that Ludo with President Weah anymore. President Weah now going to be in a 1,500 plus bulletproof car. President Weah will not come back to you anymore. He's the president and he don't need to talk to us because he's the president. He's not going to go down. He's the president. You understand? So seditions, I know you guys are die-hard members. You love CDC. Some of you guys love CDC. It's in the blood. It's good. But the only problem I have with CDC, they don't have a plan on certain things. All their plans are evil plans. Their plan, one, is to disrupt every campaign that will be in the era. They dare to threaten people, walk around with cutlasses, and nothing happened. And I will say this again, when I saw the churches of council talking to Darius Dillon, and all the things that ever happened, newspaper talk about it, there was no one person charged because they were all seditions. When they tried to kill Taylor Uri, she was in that place and they were damaging that place. Now one person was arrested. Oh, but today we talk about oppositions. Opposition do not collect taxes. Opposition do not make appointments. Why should you blame opposition? Oh, you blame opposition for what happened with Ellie? No. It is your responsibility to take what. I look on Facebook every day. I see a lot of people. I'm not going to call your names. Oh yes, you guys were. I was never part of UP. I never liked Ellie. I never admired her before. Before I would even support her. But I was not enjoying government. I was not working in government. Oh yes, you guys party. No, George, we are took over from Ellen Johnson. It is his responsibility to go after what was necessary. Nobody say you should wish hunt Ellen Johnson, but you should go after to make it right because you saw what happened. You were on the bench. I will bring back again the whole scenario and for CDC. Hold on 1 minute, guys. Let me just answer the call. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah?
Yeah, but what you did with me, so
What?
you made me take the trash and the grass and everything off, but you didn't say you were coming?
I told you I was not in that car coming to the house. You asked me, I said to the house. You said you did it. So how you expect me to come there?
Oh, check on the way you don't even know.
No, because the way you said you last time you spoke with me, I said I was to the house.
You will work out today because I think I won't go to Mill Creek instead of going to
No,
GSD.
no, I will go and work out to the place I'm sorry, guys. I had to pick up this call. It was very important. And you see, they got people in CDC who could do the work, but no more. The division is in CDC. We all know. Even the ones right in America, Alva Toba did everything for CDC to win. He raised enough money. He did his best, but he's not a beneficiary right now because he criticized George Weah, and it never went down well with people, with him especially. But there's no sedition who will be brave enough to say it. You understand? As I was saying, this council of churches, all these things that happen in Liberia, why they couldn't speak out? They couldn't speak out. But today, they asking Darius Dillon why he makes such a statement. You don't listen to the English word that he used. But it's good that they came out. It's good that they came out. Until they were so embarrassed, they said, can you cut the camera off so we can talk behind closed door? And I tell you, from my own security technique, understanding, let me tell you what they said. Well, Darius, we understand these things are true. They making listen to us. We not talk. Things not going the right way, but we want no trouble. We wanted to come, so we got to put ourselves inside to see our best. Okay, are you going to talk to the president too? And we'll try to see. The president can listen to the pastors. Who he will listen to? The president don't listen to nobody. The president can't even listen to Ellie Johnson Sirleaf. So who he going to listen to? You see that? So even he can listen to his own people. When Miguel, who is the political appointee, going to a place and say that we cannot allow Darius Dillon to win, you using that section to campaign is wrong against the code of conduct. If you get Samuel 12 running around campaigning, the president told them to do it. Yeah. I will skip around the Bezongati. I listen to Bezongati asking the constitution. It's not constitutional because the president makes decisions for the country when it comes to foreign policy. So, a tenure position, because the president don't like you, so he say, oh no, you can't represent me. Then what is the tenure position is all about? The president control the Supreme Court. The president control everything. Because they are a bunch of cowards and greedy people and spineless, as Darius Dillon always say. So that is why poor Isaac Jackson stays sitting there. Because the president say, do not represent me. Yes, it's the president who is responsible for that, but it's a tenure position. It's a tenure position. That is why the president taking election commission from this place to that place, because that's what they told the president. So, oh no, according to the constitution, it is your right to appoint and whatsoever. But it's a tenure position. Then why we have a constitution? Anything that is passed by the Senate and approved by the president is a law. It is a law. The Supreme Court cannot strike it, that we see it in America here. You can take it to the Supreme Court, but the Supreme Court will not strike it down. You understand? It was passed into law. Tenure positions. We want tenure position because of certain things that were happening. These are all ad hoc committees. They don't work to the will and pleasure of the president. They work to the will and pleasure of the people. You understand? But all these things we're doing, we digging hole for ourselves. I don't think it's right. If the president ever gets such a mind, let it go, please. Let's let it go. And I want to say something about July 26. I know people might not like it, but July 26, it bothers me all the time. When things are good and we celebrate, it's fine. To my friends and other people who got the opportunity, who have that opportunity to enjoy themselves, buy the drinks, get drunk. Do you know how many Liberians who don't have food on that day? Do you know how many Liberians who have nothing on that day to eat? I personally refuse to send money to my people in Liberia. It's not that they don't have food to eat. They got food. They have food, but they call, they say, oh, our 26, 26. No. It's painful. Even our government could celebrate the day, recognize the day. You don't need to have a lavish thing. Just recognize the day, give a speech, and let everybody, let us recognize that day as, yes, it's just like in your house. If you don't have money for yourself, will you celebrate your birthday? No. But you recognize your birthday. Oh, today's my birthday. I just turned 30. But you don't got money to celebrate it, so you're not going to celebrate it. But I see Liberians in the diaspora. I see Liberians all over. I'm not saying don't celebrate. I'm not against celebration. I know how to celebrate. But do you really think about your people? That we whole day we talk about this one people over and over? Do you really worry about them? Government having celebration, people getting drunk, and that's the only thing you get to offer the people, liquor, liquor, liquor? With the money government will spend on these celebrations, they can do it for a lot of stuff. But when will we put ourselves together? When will we put ourselves, sacrifice ourselves for other people? I'm not saying don't celebrate July 26. You can recognize July 26. It's just a sign of protest, Liberians. It is a sign of protest. If you show that the government in Liberia is not doing good, on such a day, you need not to even celebrate it in this country here. You need not to celebrate it in this country and start putting it all on Facebook, enjoying yourself, getting drunk because you think you get somebody 5 cents sitting down and you're doing some other job and you're able to buy a little beer. Then every day you come on Facebook and say, oh, the government, things are hard, but you people are not saying nothing. History will judge you that sit aside, that stand on the fence and watch your friends, your brother and sister suffering. I'm telling you, Liberians in the diaspora, you work for your money, I know. You have the right to celebrate, I know. But every day you come on the same Facebook and say how the people are catching hard time in Liberia. You think because you say your let's chicken change to your relatives in Liberia is with everybody there? No. No. You should set one day in this country, around the world, and say we will not celebrate July 26. I will not celebrate July 26. I will go to work. It's a sign of protest that my people are not enjoying it. I don't need to enjoy it. But I see Liberians all over the place on the internet enjoying. I was off that day. I didn't work. I usually don't work on July 26. I just recognize that day and stay home. Let us be frank to ourselves. When are we going to get it right? You think everything will be, if you don't speak out, the government will not do it. Martin Luther King spoke, he fought, they did out in Rosie Park, all the people they fought hard before they had a voting right, before slavery was abolished, before even women's rights in this country. These people spoke out, they argued, they talk about it, they protest. But Liberians all over the place, July 26th, they say, oh yeah, you're a hater. Fine, let me be a hater. You can walk around, you can wear your t-shirts, you can show it, but why are you celebrating on? And you come back on Facebook and say things high in the country. You ever thought on your brother and sister in Liberia that things are hard? When government are doing the wrong thing, it's because of you and myself. Whenever you see government treating the people the way they're doing, it's because of you and myself, the way we respond to the government. Seditious that are in Liberia, in America, who working, some of them making $5,000 a month, some making $6,000 a month, some making $2,000 a month. Why they should be afraid to tell the party back home that, Mr. President, when you started this thing, you came to us, but you're on the wrong track. He's not going to stop paying your bills. He's not, because he's not paying it. He's not going to kill you, but he will feel your presence and say, wow. He will understand, say, wow, there are people in America. Yes. But you worry about your job. Because you know why you want job in Liberia? It's easy to steal in Liberia. You can steal in America, but when they catch you, you know what happened, eh? But in Liberia, you can go there and steal 100,000, 200,000. You can be taking 2,000 till you get enough. Nobody going to ask you question. That's all. That's all Liberians. Let them look for you in America to give you a job, not for you to leave from America and go to Liberia, go look for a job. Shame on you. You leave your family in America. You run into Liberia because you got 2 master degree. You even work in the field yet, but you go into Liberia to go look for deputy minister, deputy director, because you know you will steal. You are a criminal. You are a crook. Yeah. You are. Let them call you and you go back there. Don't mind it. They all sit here and they make the contact to get a job. They all sit in this country here and support and send money and say, oh, I will do this, I will do that, I will do that. They all criticize the same government. They jump from party to party. Some of them criticize Joshua from 2005 to 2011. You think nobody knew that Joshua was going to be president? There is nobody in Liberia that never had the belief that Joshua was going to be president. Because the people believe in Joshua. I criticized Joshua, I campaigned against Joshua in this gone election. But you think I never knew that Joshua was going to be president? But I believe that Joshua was the wrong person, and I believe in it, and I still believe in it, and it proven, and it came to pass. I could have said, well, fine. When he called and said, Mooney, you know the election starting, we need to get back on board. I would say, oh yes, no problem. My brother, member of the coalition, called me and told, I said, listen, I'm not part of the election. That's not how I was brought up. That's not how I was brought up. I know my friends that sometimes complain. Mooney is going to be enjoying. Oh, Mooney is going to be part of the whole process. Mooney is going to be. No, I don't have to be part of the process. I'm not doing things because I want relevant. I will tell you that I have not met commies to sit and talk and say, hello, my name is Munel Keshen. I don't look for nobody. I don't run after Costa. I don't run after Darius Dilla. I don't run after people. I talk to them whenever it's necessary, and they pick up the phone and we just chat. You don't need to know me. I don't need to know you. But it's my responsibility to know who I'm going after. That's all. I don't need to see you with your $10,000 or your best card. All my friends that know me, I don't run after people. I always tell people these things. If I were to ever run behind men who got money, then I'm just supposed to go after my little brother, who at least he got something, and just be there too. That's all. But all the guys, I will tell you, I will not call names. They're doing good in America, but we all work paycheck to paycheck and take care of ourselves until when there is no job for 2 weeks, we all get broke. Or you depend on your 401k that you're not going to take off now because you stay. If you take it, you're going to pay fine. Or what are you taking it for? So that's all we're depending on. Or maybe something happened, you get some kind of insurance money, somebody hit your car, you go to the person, get 50,000, 100,000. I see them all bragging on Facebook, they got money. That's not it. That's not it. But by the time the person win, boop, I go into Liberia. Let me say this. I, Munel Keshen, will never ever in my life to pay my way to go see your inauguration. When you know I support you and you say, Munel, I want you to come over to come to the inauguration, I just want to tell you thank you. I will send you your ticket. I will go there. But I, Munel Keshen, will never ever pay my way to go see anyone inauguration in Liberia. Unless it might be the same time I'm going to see my family. But if I will pay my way to go see Joshua inauguration and I supported Joshua and Joshua ain't called me to say thank you. The first thing, I don't get in no organization easily that I will not be part of. If I'm in Liberia, my face will be all into it too. But I see people spending their money using credit card. They went to Liberia for election and for inauguration. They came back with a tear in their butt because they think when they go to Liberia they will steal enough money, and when they steal enough money, they bring it for their family. I'll soon be exercise. I'm going to go exercise now. I'm doing my little training, trying to break down, and I got my stuff here. So that's the fact. So July 26th, my people, for once, you take responsibility. You take responsibility and protest. You don't need to celebrate July 26th. You wear your t-shirts. You go on Facebook, put some nice statement. You don't need to start running around here drinking all over the place, and you consider yourself Liberians. Then when you come on Facebook, you criticize the government, that the government is not doing this, when you yourself only concerned about yourself. Concerned about yourself. What is July 26th in America? That I must spend thousands of dollars because July 26th. Yeah. Okay. I listened to Agnes Reese the other day. I don't blame nobody. I blame the Liberian people. I know some people say, but Muni, why you can always talk about NPP? You know your brother was a member of NPP. Yes, my brother was a member of NPP. He was the head of Signal Unit. And everybody knows what Signal Unit does, what their responsibility. They're not fighters. He never went with them. He was a little boy and like communication whatsoever. He became a head. He was not a commander or say go on the front. But I can't vouch for him. I was not behind him. I was not a member of NPP. I went through that Godric and I went to Sierra Leone. I was even arrested in Sierra Leone. So just imagine a man who's got nothing to do with NPP was arrested in Sierra Leone. They locked us up. Nathaniel Whale, Bob Soiree. I took them to Sierra Leone. And they locked us up for no reason, but just to find out it was a woman business. But we're Liberians. Finally, we got released, and I went back home. And I was there again. The whole thing changed. My brother was behind the lines. He came tomorrow, Fred. So, but Mamuni, you have to stop talking about NPP. We all know Agnes Taylor. Agnes Taylor had her group. We all know that. Anybody you see during those days got the bodyguards, got guns on the side, moving around, hot. She had a unit. But it is not my responsibility to judge her. But those who were ever victim by her, you need to come out and speak. You need to come out. Even you, if my brother do something, you need to come out and speak and say it. But it bothers me. We want the war crime code. But we shouldn't get a war crime code because I don't like you. I need a war crime code any day for people to exonerate themselves. That's what I want it for. So we can put this thing behind us. Who are responsible? Who caused the war? Leaders are responsible. You were how many years old when you became rebel? Who put you into it? Now you could be part of a rebel group, but if you go into a community and cause a genocide, and the people recognize you, Sonny Gadiabo was invited to the TRC to testify. Mike Keshen was not invited to TRC. He was in Liberia all the time and went to Congo working and come back. His name, because you see, Liberian, we're funny people. We put people's name on the list because we want to put your name on the list because you say, oh yeah, some people say, look at me and say, man, move from here, man. You are with George Weah. You are George Weah photographer. Yes, I was. But what role I played there? There are a lot of people in Liberia, their name was never on that list, but we put it there. Agnes Taylor said her name was not on the list. They checked all the records. They put, say, okay, we don't have any proof to prosecute you. But when they say they don't have proof to prosecute, that doesn't mean that you are innocent. Only Liberians need to come out. It's just like Charles Taylor going to jail today. It's not from Liberian people. It's not the Liberian people that put Charles Taylor in jail. But there are people in Liberia who need to come out and say, this is what you did to me. This is what this person did to me, although we don't document nothing. But they need to speak out. So if Agnes Taylor is in Liberia trying to talk around, she need to shut up too. If our need to shut up and slow down, you get Siri Allen, everybody's standing behind you. But we all know why she's there. There's a big split. Some people are thinking that she might bring the NPP back together. But Liberians, don't be stupid. Don't be naive. Don't be a fool to let all these things here play on you. Who is Agnes Taylor? Former wife of Charles Taylor. I would take Joelle over her any day. I've never saw blood on her, but I believe that she got blood on her hand. Joelle Taylor came to Charles Taylor when they had a relationship a long time before he married her. So because I need a nice woman to be my first lady. But Joelle Agnes Reed was a rebel. Travel around with guns and get her girls units and to do whatever they want to do. Although I never see them killing anyone, but we saw it. She was powerful. Yeah, she was the first lady, very close to Taylor, and was very tough. And she took herself from this stage to another stage. She was teaching in Great Britain. She got a PhD and whatsoever. That's good. But still doesn't mean you exonerated from a crime. But if the war crime court can be settled, a lot of people will know who is who in Liberia. But it cannot happen because we got a government who don't want it. We got a government who friends with other people, who believe that when we bring it, we're going to harm people. War crime court not looking for John Brown, who was a part of the rebel group yesterday. No. If you cause any atrocity, you go in a community and just sweep it. May his soul rest. His soul must not even rest in peace. I'm sorry. His soul must not even rest in peace. George Dwyer, who killed Johnny Nye, and not even Johnny Nye alone. I met a lady, I will not call her this, she's right there, who worked with LEC, and George Dwyer told her that I will kill you, I will eat you for breakfast. And that how she ran away. And I had to kill Johnny Nye, who never believed, and they were not ready. And not only Johnny Nye's son was still in Liberia, but using a different name. He's out of what? Jealousy of stupidness. His name, the people that he was going to kill. I saw the woman. I said the woman called the name and said, explain. She said she went to Liberia the other time to the church. She said, who was the pastor? The guy who's the bishop now, the head of for RIA. The RIA boss. That's her pastor. And I said, oh yeah, that's true. George Dwyer, a deacon in that church. He's a crime man. She was there when they honored George Dwyer. That woman said she was trembling so badly, she could not help him. And she called the pastor. They said the pastor called George Dwyer in the office. And she said the one that touched her, she said he admitted. He said, well, I am sorry. But he tried to change the story. She said, why? She told the pastor, said, I will not come to this church anymore. But that was her own thing. So, I will kill you and eat you for breakfast. If there is no justice in Liberia, I don't know if God is going to forgive us too. If we can even recognize the dead, people who died during our entire civil war. Some people say, oh, what about the coup? Listen, I'm talking about the innocent blood. The innocent blood. People who had nothing to do with government, who just went in the market and were killed. Liberia need to set up a monument for us to recognize them on that day. Ask people who their relatives died to bring names and put it up. Even you do it for Ebola, you recognize that day and say, my people, we're sorry, God forgive us. Some of them, if we have eyes, we will see spirit leaving the earth, going back. There are people in Liberia crying every day. When will I get justice? When will justice come? I'm sitting in this country, I see my killer passing around. We overrating, we giving them big positions because they kill. And those that kill were the same educated people. Alhaji Kurma is sick. Alhaji Kurma says he's not a warlord, he's an anti-rebel. That's what he said. He's sick right now. You got George Bullitt, LPC, who slaughtered over 125 men in River Cess. He's what? Representative. You got Prince Johnson, who can look in the Nima people face and say he the one protected, and that's a lie. Charles Taylor killed Nimbabians. Prince Johnson was in what? Caldwell. How he protect them? In what way he protected them? Yes, he came with the idea to protect them, but he bypassed Nimba Kante and sat down in Caldwell. While Nimba people were going through the hell, and they had no choice but to just join Charles Taylor too to protect themselves. You see that? So they just had to join Charles Taylor to protect themselves. So how you protected them? You were only looking at Doe to get rid of Doe, but your people, you don't give a damn about it. But today, he still justifying his war. Admit what's happened. The guy collateral damage and whatsoever. Butt naked. Who's still waiting for prosecution? That he's wrong, and he still asks God for forgiveness. And he said, yes, he won war crime court. You got Yeke Koluba, who that we complain with every day, we talk about every day. Don't you think he need to be traumatized? He was a child soldier. You think Yeke Koluba going to go to jail with war crime court? And people say, well, Muni, why you say this one? He was not the founder, or he's not a war law. But if anybody can come out and say Yeke Koluba came into my era and destroyed my entire family, then you get a case. That is why we want a war crime court. If somebody come up and just say, oh, we saw Muni down the road, you got a case. Which I was never there anyway. Then you have a case. If you say, oh, I saw George Weah supporting Model, you got proof, then you got a case. But if we all sit down and just start accusing people, because Liberians, we are cowards. When will we ever come out and stand up for ourselves? You kill my ma, you kill my pa, I will vote for you. That's what we say. You kill my ma, you kill my father, I will vote for you. You know, I knock this table, it never happened before to me. If it ever happens, I might end up going too. But I will not sit down and see somebody who, for me, I don't pretend. Let me understand. Some of my friends, they know. I don't get mad. If I'm mad at you, I tell you how I feel. If you piss me off, I will call you until day before day. I don't know how to keep it in my heart. I never joined Poro Society. So I don't think I could sit in Liberia and see a man passing who killed my mother or who killed my sister or killed my brother. Especially I should be there. I don't think so. I don't think so. So that forgiveness, yeah, it's good to forgive. But you can't forget. I don't know. That's why I tell people every day, oh, Muni, you know you got your family point in Liberia, this and that. Why are you talking? And I'm causing Georgia. And I criticize. And I say I'm going overthrow Georgia. But Joshua go after my people, and I found out that it was Joshua who sent people after my people, and they put finger on my people. Well, they should get ready for me too. Then you got to kill me. If you don't kill me, then I will get rid of you. I'm serious about it. So my criticism has nothing to do with my family people. And I'm damn serious about it. I'm not hiding from nobody. You might see the other side of me. We all got one life to live. We all have one life to live. If something was to happen to my people because Munel Keshen on Facebook talking, that because of that, I will not let it go easily. It's not a threat. It's what I'm going to do. So you cannot hold me. Crimes are not transferable. I'm criticizing George Weah government because of reason. I like George Weah as a friend, but I don't like his policy. So you call it hate, you call it what? It's up to you. It's not a hate. It's the fact. It's Liberia. We all want Liberia. We all believe that Liberia should be good for us one day. And we all believe that when I go home, I should do my piece of little work too and move around. No pick and choose. If John Brown go to jail for committing criminal act, I should go to jail if I commit criminal act. They say law is blind. It mean that law is blind on you. Law do not recognize nobody. So killing is killing. Stealing is stealing. If you go to the bank right now, you arm rob and took $5. The next man went to the bank and arm rob and took $2,000. They will serve the same punishment. That's it. It's nothing different. The man who stole $5 yesterday and the man who stole $2 and whatsoever, they are all criminals. You stole the money and build the houses in America. You stole money and build houses in Liberia. You are criminals. The only difference is that it's easier for the next government to seize it in Liberia. But the next government has the right and power, just lays with the other people to extradite you and seize that account. It's just all contact. That's all. Contact. Saturday you make Ellen Johnson make so good. When Liberians we love, Liberia is so bad in everything until we believe that what they're doing is good. So if we don't get it right now, when will we get it right? Because the young people that are coming, they're seeing it, they want to do the same thing too. They want to get in government to get rich. So we expect this government to do something to show to our youth that government job is not the alternative. But I will tell you, people who want to give back, sincere leaders want to be president. So everybody believed that Joshua was going to make the difference. He was going to put the people first. Joshua was going to kick people around and put the people first. We never look at the experience. Joshua never worked in any leadership position before. Joshua never became anything before. Let's say he was leader of this company or this group or this group. But we believe that he could make the difference. So, and some people like Van Vader Patrick always said that he felt like Joshua was going to use his football idea, which means that a football team, the president is the coach. The coach goes out and look for the best player to put on his team because he wants to win. The president look for the best team, best cabinet ministers to put together because he won a result. The coaches, after putting his team together, he start to play. The president put his cabinet together, they start operating. When the coach noticed that he's now winning, he got a best player, he's now winning, and start to look what is the problem. Maybe the midfielder is not feeding the number 9 to score, or they're not playing as a team, so they're not following the instruction that he gave them. It's the same way maybe the finance minister is doing his own thing and things are not going the right way. The next thing, the coach will ask the owner of the team, say, listen, we need some money because we need to recruit. I need a number 9. I need a very good number 6. Then the owner will say, go ahead. You got my blessing. Make your recruiting. The same way the owner of the team in Liberia is the citizen. The citizen took the country and turned it over to the president and said, Mr. President, we elect you as our leader. We want you to make it right. So you still has the right to make changes on your team. If your finance minister, who's supposed to be your number 9, is not in the right thing, is not doing it, you get rid of him. If your advisors and whatsoever are there not doing the right thing, you replace them with professionals. It's not a learning job. And then you start doing it. All you know is to do the right thing for the people. You got a short-term program, you have a long-term program. Agriculture policies, all these things are all long-term. Development are all long-term programs. But you don't even have rice. You're not growing rice. So you got to make sure your people get rice. You got to make sure that people get jobs. You got to encourage businesses. You got to guarantee businesses coming to Liberia their money. Security-wise, nobody should tell you because we criticize, that's why business people are going to also lie. Imagine business people going into rebel territory and doing businesses around the world. During the interim government time, there were logging companies that was cutting log in Charles Taylor era and shipping it into Igno era. So they pay taxes to Charles Taylor, they pay taxes to interim government, and they ship the logs. They're not afraid to do business to rebel territory because the rebel guarantee their safety. The rebels say, I will guarantee you no rebels will take your stuff. So that's the same thing. Government is supposed to guarantee the business people in Liberia to make sure that the money is safe. Yeah. Oh, we need internet. We need electricity. These are all things that keep businesses running, keep the wheel turning. Not everybody's spending. You got to spend generator. They spend more money on generator. So will you get how can job be outsourced into Liberia and bring job into Liberia when we don't even have electricity? Ellen Johnson took all that money to build a dam that's not even necessary. No plans, no vision. No vision. You use the same old place because somebody wanted to get rich. Oh, I will build roads. Yes, we need roads, but roads are not important to us. No. It's not in our constitution that you must. We need roads. That is why government is like an autopus. They got ministries and different things. They collect taxes and distribute the taxes where they're supposed to go. Yeah. But most leaders believe that when they start building roads, they get a cut. That's where they get a cut from. I can remember when Milton Weeks told George Weah, and was in the newspaper, $400 million walk out of the National Bank. Did George Weah ever investigate it? Did George Weah ever went around to see what went wrong? He got his cut. They ever asked Ellen Johnson? The National Bank governor said, and I quote, $400 million disappeared from National Bank vault. Professor Tappe, as much as I don't like him, I used to love that man, but he's a crook now. Talk about it. That is why Ellen told Joshua, don't bring the garden in your financial business. Macintosh, because Macintosh was not going to take mess from Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. He and Ellen can pull it. Macintosh and Tappe, do not put them there, because Tappe spoke the other day at CDC head office and explained about the 400 and even explained how $625 million was distributed. So President Weah got his cut. That's why he started building all these houses. That Liberian people are stupid people. Where is our first lady? Our first lady never lived in Liberia during the whole time George Weah played professional soccer. Our first lady never had a party for the children. When George Weah take her to Liberia, she visit and she spent a few weeks, she gone. President Weah never spent time with his children in the house. President Weah and his wife never lived together. That is why I have never heard my president one day talking about rape in our country. I never heard no government official speaking about rape, killing people, children, raping young boys and girls. The president is the father of the nation. We all got girls. I heard they say the first lady won divorce, and Ellen Johnson trying to get involved. Clara Duncan Weah want to divorce. We heard that. They been on and off. Maybe they might keep her again, and they might increase a little padam to make it look good. Because George Weah giving back to Liberia now since he became president, building houses and whatsoever. That's the way of giving back. Yeah. I'm about to close. I hear some Liberians. Why communists can't build schools or fix the road? Listen. Private citizens do not have to use his money for public or government projects. The road going to your house, if you want to do that, fine. If you want to build schools, it's up to you to build schools. The little one he built in Pinsville, that's what he able to put there. Why should Cummings fix the road going to Maryland? Because we say Cummings get little money. Why? Why he should do it? What is the benefit? What proof are going to give that, oh yes, Cummings build the road going? That's a government program. That's a government project, my people. Liberians, when will we learn? That is why we continue to select the bad leaders, because John Brown build schools down the road. Listen, let me tell you today. If Peter or private citizen in his private life, he builds schools, 2, 3 schools, investing in guys' schools and whatsoever. It's different. You can say that guy, man, he's a developer. He loved good things. His little money he got, this is what he did. Then you add it to his resume, that means he running into something. But how can a man be poor, very poor, got in the Senate or the representatives and start making thousands of dollars, $168,000 every year? Then he builds schools, like his own school, people paying going there, expensive and non-public school. Then he build universities. Then he start building all. You have to build houses in Liberia. It's not that expensive. He went to Lofa. He built a whole town there. He forgot. He said, "I'm from Lofa County. I kiss him. I will build in Lofa County because one day maybe I might go to." And don't be surprised. It's easy for him to go there. And let me tell you something. People looking at Monserrato because he believe that when you contest Monserrato, you can contest the presidency. So Fala testing it now. If Fala can win, you see, some Liberians believe that Sir Joseph can run for president. Yes, that is right. You know what I'm saying? So all these things, all these things, in 6 years, $1 million, times 3. All the time Sir Joseph and Thomas Fala spent as a representative, it's not an accurate figure. It's not accurate. It's $3 million plus. All the time he spent in the representative, in the legislatures, $3 million his salary, including benefits. It might not be $3 million. It might be more than $3 million, but it might be less than $3 million because when they took over, they were not making that amount until they want to increase it. You see that? So let's say he got $3 million. How much he spent on the university building? Even Prince Johnson spent $5 million on his building. $5 million, according to him. Where he got the money from. He was there for 18 years. 18 years. Yeah. 18 years. Because at his second time, not even exact 18, but at his second time he in now. He go 2022 making 18 years as a senator. But he spent $5 million on a building. So you see, if they're in America, they will audit you. FBI will investigate you and know where you got this money from. It's wrong, my people. Your thing is right. It's wrong. It is time we hold our government officials accountable for what they do. It shouldn't be in government. Look, Liberia, other country is not perfect than us. But what the people do, they put their people first. Regardless what, Joshua was still going to get money. Regardless. He was still going to get a lot of cash to do whatever he wanted to do. But how can a man take over with 2 residential buildings that you put down from your cash? And then all of a sudden you got over 10 houses in your area and build a whole compound of 27 plus whatsoever. Build a house, rebuild your house on 9th Street, buy a brand new house in Ghana and Senegal in less than 2 years. Then you say Liberians should be happy. The president is only concerned about dressing, then you say Liberians should be happy. And when we know this president, compare this president old picture and his present picture. So compare it. Giving young people positions, it mean that they are okay. That means the president loves young people. And I want to close with this. I want to say this in a public manner. When it comes to seditions, I don't trust them. I don't trust people who say they left CDC and they are there advocating again. I saw a video of a former sedition who always say he's a sedition and went to Yeke Koluba house. We live in America. Yeke Koluba had a little place on Old Road. And we all know you can record in a public space. But walking in a man compound with cameras, you know it was wrong. Anything could have happened to you. Okay, where they had an argument, standing and videotaping this man's house, it was still wrong. But school, you say you support Yeke, but at the same time, to show that I don't trust seditions, praising Josephine, who just an inspector general, who harasses business people. Okay, she building things for her community is good. She's trying to see how she got it right. She has all right to run for that position. Yeke Koluba travel. Why should Yeke Koluba, he must be there to have party for the children? These are all sedition and how sedition behave. They believe are celebrating to fool the people with liquor or drinks or food. Do you know how many times Yeke had party for the children in that era? Yeke ran as an independent. If you want to remove Yeke, that's a right. The seat is not for Yeke. He only occupying the seat. That is why I say I don't trust seditions. You went there, you collected some money from Josephine, and you back there praising Josephine, but you pretending that you say you honest man. No, you're not straight, my brother. You are not. You are not. Seditions will always be a sedition. I tell you, I've seen the ones that resigned and contested election, they won, they went back to CDC. They went back to CDC. Do you know why people say I will not vote for this senator because I believe when I vote for this senator, he will be in connection with this president? The fact is that because the president is doing a bad job, that's how most senators lose their position. So what most of the presidents do, they disassociate themselves from that president so they will get their votes. How many seditions can disassociate themselves, and seditions candidate can disassociate themselves from George Weah? They go to a convention, they got George Weah picture. They run the election, they got George Weah picture. Every one of them must, if you don't carry George Weah picture, you will never win election, or that's it. But this is the surprise they're going to be having. Just by carrying George Weah picture, you'll be defeated. Every candidate that will fix the billboard and put George Weah picture and put their picture in this election, you will lose. Don't get me wrong, George Weah is not popular. The people just piss off when they see George Weah. You be your own man. Just some advice I'm giving you. Be your own man. If you're going to use George Weah picture to run election, my brother and sisters, you own your own. This election is all about George Weah. It's a referendum on George Weah. It's a referendum on George Weah. People are not happy. People are not satisfied. You can't satisfy everybody. But seditions are always seditions. Let me tell you today. Don't never trust them. I can never open up to a sedition. No way. I can never. Randy Dapo campaigned for George Weah. In less than 3 months, he caused George Weah all over the place. George Weah is this, George Weah that, George Weah this. He's back, supporting again. He's back. I can never trust them. Alva Toba running for the Senate. His supporters, I never heard them attacking other candidates, but they all attacking who? Darius Dillon. Darius Dillon wouldn't make the race. But you supported this man that you gave us. You only want to win the election now so you can go back home. Liberians are not stupid. So guys, I will say this. There's a book written by Jefferson on leadership. And when you open the first chapter, what you will see is honesty. A good leaders are honest people. If you are honest, you will not kill, you will not steal, you will not undermine, you will not suppress. You will always be a friend and you will do the right thing. If you are a person with integrity, you will stay rather go down poor and let your children survive. If you have empathy, you will put yourself in the shoe of the suffering person. You will put yourself in that shoe to say, hey, I remember when I was there before. I know what it means when a child don't have a food. I know what the parents go through when they cannot afford to send their children to school. I know. So I will not sleep. I will put them first no matter what. That is what we're talking. We are all Liberians. We hate each other for no reason. We are opponents. We are not enemies. We all want good for Liberia, but it's just that we're doing it in a different way. The rights of your leader is in your hands. You make the leader. You vote for them. You has the power to remove or remain. But what we do, we overrate, we uplift bad people, criminals, and we downgrade people for no reason. We make other people feel as if they are nothing. Honest people, Robert here in Nukrutan, build elementary school and build a high school. The people in Nukrutan say he crazy. Robert here are crazy man. Robert here is crazy. He nothing because he don't have money. He can't bribe them. We allow rice to determine our destiny. We allow rice to damage our children's future. We allow rice and we take our baby girls and give them to government officials to sleep with them. Because the parents cannot even support the children trying to be the parents. Big men all in the country going after people's children for no reason. But we call ourselves Liberians. We can't speak about it because that's not my child. We can't speak about it because the little boy yesterday who we saw on Facebook wearing a pampers because a man molested him. He's not my son. But when he gets in your corner, then you're ready. There's a man who was living in Nima County. He have a little store. And every time things happen, he contribute, but he don't go to the program. He don't go to the funeral. He will make his contribution. And this day, his daughter died. Everybody came and made a contribution and walked out. They were nowhere to be found. They said, go and bury your child. He started crying. It's not the money. It's the showing up, the concern about your people. John Brown came and gave you $5 because he got enough. John Brown came to you the other day and gave you 10 bags of rice. But the last time you saw John Brown, it been so long, he came there today and gave you rice. You don't have your own mind to think, but this man saw me the other time, he didn't do nothing. Oh, that the election are coming. Now election is coming, they're bringing 500 bags of rice in your territory, and your chiefs turning around because their future is over. The chiefs, the old people, their future is over because they are the same one that causing the problem. Oh, my children, y'all know there is no bad bush for bad child. You let Jeff vote for him again and give him second chance. What second chance? We gave you 6 years. We gave you 9 years. You did nothing. What make you think you will do it now? You chased a black car. The sun was so hot. You got only 500 people living in our community. You look all over the place from 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the night, in the evening. You can find a black car. Then you start walking around 12 o'clock in the night looking for a black car. When? Let me tell you guys, you can build all your houses as a leader and as a business. There's something to say, whatever you do for yourself, by Albert Payne, whatever you do for yourself will die with you. You can go to all the schools and get all the degrees and get all the properties and don't give a heck about the people living around you. When you die, it's finished. But whatever you do for others and the world will remain as immortal. When you die, people will call your name, say, this is what he did. This is what he did for me. This is what he did for. Don't die and people criticize you. Where are the houses and property of Tottenham today? Tottenham. It's just sitting there because it was all built by stealing money. Where are the houses of the Tottenham whatsoever? Look at the two-week party building that's sitting there today because they were built with your money and they use it and they can't even come up because they were surrounded by certain people. That means if Joshua leaves CDC today, will there be any CDC? There is no more NDPL. There is no more loop because it was built around certain individuals. So Joshua is the smartest man in CDC. When he going down, he want to take the party down with him. Like somebody was telling me, I'm not going to call the name, that Molba Molly is so furious and so mad and believe that this is the end. Because people are coming in. They have other people, even if they lose the elections, but they got people who want to contest. But they don't want to support them. But people who are coming from different political parties, coming over right now, they're giving them the position to serve. Because maybe they got little money or whatsoever. But they will get a shock of their life. Liberians are not people that you think you will take them for a ride. Enough is enough. We have came a long way. We have been stupid for a very long time. But Joshua opened the eyes of the Liberian people. Because what he said during the election and his people, they were going to audit Ellen. They are there for the masses. They are there to represent the people of Liberia, not CDC. When we say that only CDCians are benefiting, you said a lie. CDC is not the ruling party, it's the government party. We will use whatever means we have. We will use it. Yes, we will use it to our benefits. That's what he said. The police, the military, we will use it. Eh? We will use it. That is wrong. We cannot do that. That is totally wrong. I want you to listen to this. Listen to this. Let me see. Having a little difficulties. I think I brought the wrong one.
I don't like to use the word anymore.
Okay, I will play. I think I played before you guys heard it. So these are some of the things. So guys, please let us live together as Liberians. Let's live together. You might not like me, I might not like you, but it's all about Liberia. It's nothing like hatred. But let us do the right thing. If Joshua do the right thing, we'll say it. Good. Okay, I think yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to bring it back. Yes, I'm going to bring it back. I think it was just long. Okay. So, it will play. It will play. We are opponents, we are not enemies. But we cannot continue to tell you about Joshua roads that he built. We cannot tell you that. We can't tell you about the university thing, the school fees, because it passed. So when you compare the good and the bad, we got more bad things going than the good. You know, it's not like it's a whole school. You pass one subject, it mean that you pass. You pass two subjects, it mean that you pass. You still got other subjects you have not taken care of. You got health care, you got jobs, you got payment of salary, you got other things. And it's not even an achievement to pay salary. I see people posting, oh yes, thank God the people taking pay. It is their right. Not because other president kept the people sitting with no salary. That means you think that's achievement for George Weah to pay salary? No, it is their right to get a salary. You're getting money 24/7. You need to pay the people. You need to pay them. Yeah.
I don't like to use the word anymore. Party. We are the government party. What have I said?
Okay.
We control the army. We control the police.
Listen to this
we
guy.
control everything. And we will utilize that authority that other people have utilized in the past in our country.
I want you to please listen to this man.
I don't like to use the word anymore. Party. We are the government party. What have I said? We control the army. We control the police. We control everything. And we will utilize that authority that other people have utilized in the past in our country. I don't like to use the word anymore. Party. We are the government party. What have I said? We control the army. We control the police. We control everything. And we will utilize that authority that other people have utilized in the past in our country.
Council of Churches, where are they? So, the Council of Churches said nothing. They watched that video, it's all on the internet. Nobody called them. You're telling us that CDC is in charge. We will use the police. The police is not owned by George Weah. The military is not owned by George Weah. And people in America backing it. One time, President Trump made a mistake and said, I will send my army. Oh, he got a strong response from the Republican and Democrats. The army is not owned by the president. Yeah, where are they? Eh? Where are they? That's a shameful. Shameful. Sedition, blood. Oh yeah, muya muya. That's all they dare to do. They are second class. They have treated these people as a second class member. People put their lives. Some of them now they sick, some of them can get a job, some of them can do nothing.
We control the army, we control the police, we control everything. And we will utilize that authority that other people have utilized in the past in our country.
Nobody hates you. Thanks for those who watching. I appreciate your.
I don't like to use the word anymore. Party. We are the government party. What have I said? We control the army, we control the police, we control everything. And we will utilize that authority that other people have utilized in the past in our country.
Look, Seditious, they are that hard. But anyway, thank you. I love Liberia. Let me tell you the real truth. I got American citizenship. I got American kids. But I can't trade Liberia. At the same time, I can't trade America. We want good for Liberia. We want health care. Why our people run to Ghana, Guinea, Sierra Leone? Why? Okay, boss. Have a good day. God bless you. But that is my view on what I had to say. I can't say it all, but we will say, talk about it. And the last one was the end. And Agnes Reeves, shut up, man. Shut up. I will advise you to stop the talking. We know what you know. We all know what Agnes in Liberia for. It's all politics. Yeah. You see Siri Allen standing behind her. It's not for nothing. It's all politics. God bless you. Have a good weekend. Okay. And don't forget, Boss County having a program on Saturday. You are invited on Fair Green Lane in the Northeast. Come enjoy with us. And happy pre-birthday celebration to my friend and brother and Henry Costa. And I pray that God will take you through. Yes, you're getting there, my brother. And it's just few days, few hours from now, you'll be celebrating it. So thank you guys. Have a good day. And this is the General, aka. Thank you. I gotta go exercise now to do mine.